want to find the answer, so I'll wet my feet. And I started sinking till the rock I fell upon came along. And he's the rock that I had stumbled on, the one that I depended on, the rock the water will never rise above, the rock that taught my eyes to see, the one that died for you and me, so I could stand and walk across the river. So when you know the river's flowing deep and wide, pray the Lord to take you to the other side. Let your faith begin to overcome your fears. Depend upon the one thing that you know is clear, and before you know it, you're standing on your own with that stone. 'Cause he's the rock that I had stumbled on, the one that I depended on, the rock the water will never rise above, the rock that taught my eyes to see, the one that died for you and me, so I could stand and walk across the river. So when you know the river's flowing deep and wide, pray the Lord to take you to the other side. Let your faith begin to overcome your fears. Depend upon the one thing that you know is clear, and before you know it, you're standing on your own with that stone. 'Cause he's the rock that I had stumbled on, the one that I depended on, the rock the water will never rise above, the rock that taught my eyes to see, the one that died for you and me, so I could stand and walk across the river, so I could stand and walk across the river.
Oh, yeah. The faith to walk across the river just as Jesus did. He is our rock. Jesus is the rock of our salvation. Thank you, Lord. A Light Care Center of Troy, New York has a program for young women who are pregnant or think they may be pregnant. The program is the Stork Bus, affiliated with Save the Stork. The bus is an ultrasound-equipped van that goes into underprivileged neighborhoods to give women free ultrasound tests for pregnancy. You can play a huge part in this ministry by donating to it. Simply go to alight.org, ALIGHT, alight.org, and click on donations, and then Save the Stork. Save the Stork Van is your next click, and then for information, you can also call 518-270, once again, 518-270-5540.
Do you really want to know what's going on out there? I mean, do you really want to know what's going on? You're not going to find the true information from mainstream propaganda media, but I give you the information and tell you like it is. The inside story beyond mainstream. Jim Duke Perspective at Spreaker.com for conspiracy, prophecy, news and biblical insight, information beyond mainstream media, exposing the New World Order and the Luciferian agenda. Visit my website, jimdukeperspective.com, for all the information.
Well, thank you, Jim. Jim, also, I'd like to ask you to please share Heart for Worship with others on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, your email address book. And, of course, I'd appreciate your liking us on social media. And also, Heart for Worship is on the YouTube channel. Simply type into the search bar, Heart for Worship, Frank Oliver. Heart for Worship, spell it right out, Frank Oliver. And I recommend Faith Works Automotive if you need auto repair and live in Mesa, Arizona. Faith Works has a highly educated and experienced team to take care of your auto needs. Most have more than 10 years experience, as a matter of fact. Faith Works has 2 locations, 340 North Dobson Road, just south of University, and 2855 South Alma School Road, just south of Guadalupe. I live right in between, so it's easy for me. Phone numbers are 480-833-3521 and 480-897-1010. You can also visit faithworksauto.com. And that is, of course, I'm getting ready for the next song if you're wondering what I'm doing. I want to make sure I get it. That's, of course, if you want to make an appointment today. This is a very anointed artist who now lives in Orlando, Florida. Julie Baker, originally from Ada, Michigan.
Jesus is my shepherd, I'm his little lamb. He leads me to green pastures, into the promised land. He leads me to the water still and gives life to my soul. He guides to paths of righteousness and leaves me not alone. He leaves me not alone. Jesus is my shepherd, I'm his little lamb. He leads me to green pastures, into the promised land. Jesus is my shepherd, there's nothing I need fear. I know the Lord is with me, he wipes away my tears. His rod and staff, they comfort me and guide me as I grow. A table he prepares for me, his blessings overflow. His blessings overflow. Jesus is my shepherd, there's nothing I need fear. I know the Lord is with me, he wipes away my tears. Jesus is my shepherd, his oil anoints my head with blessings overflowing, just as the psalmist said. His goodness and his mercy shall be with me all my days, and I will dwell in Jesus' house forever and always, forever and always. Jesus is my shepherd, his oil anoints my head with blessings overflowing, into the promised land, into the promised land, into the promised land.
The purposes of Heart for Worship are to encourage the church to worship and serve God and to evangelize to others, to bring the backsliders back to their first love, Jesus, to reach shut-ins who cannot attend church, and to witness to the unsaved.
This is Heart for Worship, and I'm Frank Oliver.
I've got Elijah fighting Baal, it's plain to see. I know I ain't much, but you know who's with me. You choose your way, but you'll learn it and I won't fade. And looks like I got Elijah fighting Baal. Well, I talked to Ahab when he was the king of the land. Said it's time to make you understand. Bring all your false prophets up to Mount Carmel, 'cause it looks like I got Elijah fighting Baal. I've got Elijah fighting Baal, it's plain to see. I know I ain't much, but you know who's with me. You choose your way, but you'll learn it and I won't fade. Yeah, looks like I got Elijah fighting Baal. Well, I said let's have a contest to call fire from the sky. You go first and then I'll have a try. Well, 450 prophets cried out to no avail. Now it looks like I got Elijah fighting Baal. Woo! The God of Israel, please prove I'm right with a fire from the air. I've got the fire from the air, it came from me. Burned up everything immediately. Well, 1 Kings chapter 18 tells a tale. In the book of the Bible, Elijah fighting Baal. In the book of the Bible, Elijah fighting Baal.
I've got Elijah fighting Baal. It used to be known as I've Got a Tiger by the Tail. That's our biblical parody of a classic rock song. And that's, of course, Buck Owens originally did it, but now it's done by a great group. Clever as can be. Apologetics from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And all of the parody lyrics were written by vocalist J. John Jackson. I wrote to them this past week and reminded them of one time I shared a tent with pouring rain coming down, and oh man, what a flood. It was just a miserable time. But anyway, hey, guess what? No more presidential election jokes. The election is over. Yay! I try not to get political on this show, but I have to say I am grateful to God for the results. Okay, back to the normal one-liners and jokes. And here is today's. It says, a Jewish man said that when he was growing up, they always had two choices for dinner.